Oh, last Christmas, I felt like a shadow of myself. I remember standing in the kitchen, surrounded by the smells of roasted turkey and cinnamon, but unable to truly enjoy the moment. Every glance at the family photos on the walls reminded me of how much I'd changed, and not in a way that made me proud. My clothes were tighter, my energy was at an all-time low, and the spark of confidence I once had felt like a distant memory. It wasn't just about the weight, though that played a big role. I felt stuck, disconnected from myself, and unable to muster the joy that the holidays usually brought. I avoided candid family photos and deflected well-meaning comments about how I should take care of myself. Inside, I wanted to change, but years of failed diets and exercise plans had left me skeptical of anything promising transformation. That Christmas, everything shifted when my Aunt Karen pulled me aside. Karen had always been the vibrant one in the family, but this year she looked incredible, radiant, glowing, and full of life. She shared her secret, Liv Pure. She described it not as a miracle cure, but as a tool that had helped her regain control of her health. Her sincerity struck a chord with me, and when she handed me a bottle, I decided to give it one last shot. The first morning of the new year, I took my first dose of Liv Pure. I was determined to make it count, so I also started making small changes. Instead of overhauling my diet, I focused on mindful eating, paying attention to portion sizes and adding more vegetables to my meals. To my surprise, I felt less hungry and more energized after just a few days. By the end of January, I had lost 10 pounds. It wasn't just the weight that encouraged me. It was the sense of possibility. For the first time in years, I felt like I was in control of my body, rather than the other way around. As winter dragged on, I stuck with Liv Pure and started incorporating light exercise into my routine. At first, it was just walking around the block or doing simple stretches in the living room. But as my energy increased, so did my motivation. I joined a beginner's yoga class in February, something I never would have had the confidence to do before. With spring came a new wave of energy and excitement. I started jogging in the mornings, something I hadn't done since college. Liv Pure was helping me sustain my energy, and I no longer dreaded workouts. I actually looked forward to them. I also began experimenting with healthier recipes, finding joy in creating meals that were as delicious as they were nourishing. Summer was a season of reclaiming my life. For the first time in years, I wore a swimsuit to a beach trip with friends and felt comfortable in my own skin. I even joined a local hiking group, conquering trails I never thought I could handle. As the leaves turned and the air grew crisp, I found myself reflecting on how far I'd come. Liv Pure had been the catalyst, but it was my persistence and self-belief that had carried me through the hard days. I started journaling to document my journey, capturing the small victories and lessons along the way. By Thanksgiving, I had lost a total of 65 pounds. My family was amazed by my transformation, but what stood out most to them wasn't my physical appearance. It was the confidence and joy that radiated from within me. When Christmas rolled around again, I felt like a completely different person. I walked into the family gathering wearing a fitted red dress that I dreamed of wearing for years. The compliments were overwhelming, but what mattered most was how I felt. For the first time, I didn't dread the holiday feast. I enjoyed the food without guilt, knowing I had found a balance that worked for me. This Christmas wasn't just about celebrating the holidays. It was about celebrating a year of transformation. Liv Pure was the catalyst, but the journey was my own. I had found strength I didn't know I had, and I felt ready to take on anything. As I sat down to dinner, surrounded by family and laughter, I felt a deep sense of gratitude, not just for the weight I had lost, but for the life I had gained. If you're ready to unlock a better you, comment holiday special to get the link for Liv Pure. Don't wait to start your own transformation and experience the energy, confidence, and focus you deserve. Make every day count as your journey starts now to peak and thrive. Don't forget to like and subscribe.